The Two-Gun Kid.
Out of the shadows of Thunder Pass comes a grim killer to challenge the might of the Two-Gun Kid. Face to face, brute force against brains and strength, two men stand ready for mortal combat. Using gun and fist, the kid searches for the answers in the age-old way of men of flaming action as
Guns blast in Thunder Pass.
a lone figure, small in the western prairie vastness, tops and canters leisurely forward. As the figure grows larger in our vision, we see a lovely young girl, her sweet face lined by some inner strain.
Easy, lady. Easy.
The delayed sound of a shot rings out a second after the sickening sound of hot lead striking living flesh. As the doomed mare crumbles to the ground, the girl is thrown clear. But a few feet away, death is poised to strike.
Oh, what will I do? If I move, the rattler will strike. If I don't move, the bushwhacker who tried a moment ago will try again. And this time I'm a clear target.
Suddenly, another shot rings out, closer than the first and from a different direction.
You can get up now, miss. The rattler's dead, and the human snake that fired that other shot is making tracks.
The girl swings around. To her attentive ears comes the rapidly diminishing sound of hoofbeats vanishing into the distance.
Yes, he's gone. He tried to kill me. You saved my life. That was the second time this week an attempt has been made to kill me. Oh. I'm Molly Prentice, mister.
I'm known as the Two-Gun Kid. Listen, someone's coming. Don't move, mister. I've got ya covered. Heard shots, Molly. What did this subtle tramp do to ya?
Wait, Brad. This man just saved my life. Mr. Kid, this is my guardian, Brad Bancroft.
Rich young women shouldn't be riding out here alone, especially after what's happened lately.
But Brad, I can't keep holed up in that hotel room all the time. I feel like a trapped animal.
Get up behind me, you little fool. You're going back to the hotel and stay there till your birthday next week. I don't like your way of talking, hombre. That's no way to speak to a lady. What you like means nothing to me, mister. Get out of my way.
The backhand blow, taking the kid by surprise, topples him to the sage. Boiling with anger, he watches Bancroft and Molly Prentice ride away.
Why, the sneaking polecat? Cyclone, I wasn't intending to head for town, but now I got a little chore to do. Besides, what that little lady said sort of intrigues me. Let's get going, boy.
As the Two-Gun Kid approaches the town of Thunder Pass, he comes upon a signpost.
That Bancroft Jasper called her a rich girl. Must be her mine, and the other one must be his.
Riding into the little city, the kid finds a scene of color and movement such as can only be found in a western frontier town upon a special occasion.
Well, Cyclone, looks like we're walking into some kind of celebration. Guess I'll ask someone. What's going on, friend? I'm Dan Matthews, editor for the Thunder Pass Clarion. 10 years ago today, the Prentice mine was found by old Cy Prentice, and the town of Thunder Pass was born. Brad Bancroft, the lawyer, grab-staked old Prentice, and when Prentice found the mine, he also staked for Bancroft. The Bancroft mine petered out, but Prentice became a millionaire. 2 years ago, old Cy was mysteriously shot and killed, leaving a will naming Bancroft as his daughter's guardian. Molly will inherit the mine if she's married by her 21st birthday next week. Look, Bancroft's going to speak. I'll see you later. Adios, and thanks for the information. So have a good time, folks. everything is on the house. As usual, to provide entertainment for you folks, I'm offering to take on any man with bare fists to fight until one of us can't fight anymore. Any takers? Ha ha! Well, he sure is an obliging gent. I'll take you up on that challenge, mister. Well, if it isn't the saddle tramp, it'll be a pleasure to whip you, hombre. You're gonna be a sad pilgrim in just about 5 minutes. I sure will be if I can't pay you back a little for that backhand swipe you gave me a while ago.
The two men grimly circle each other. Bancroft, huge, muscular, strong as a horse. The two-gun kid, lithe and swift as a cat. A feint, a left hook, and then the two men plunge forward, lashing out, smashing like two Madden bulls. The crowd is silent as the titanic struggle continues. Nothing can be heard but the thud of rock-like fists on resisting flesh. Slowly Bancroft retreats before the kid's savage attack. Then a sudden left followed by a terrific right-hand smash, and Bancroft is going down. His eyes glassy. Excited eyes watch the outcome of the fight from an upstairs window of the hotel.
He's beaten Brad. He's knocked him out.
What a story! Wait till see the headlines in the Thunder Pass Clarion. I'm going to put out an extra.
Wait, Dan. I've just had an idea. I'll give you some real headlines.
Meanwhile, the two-gun kid, in a smaller room in the same hotel, washes away the grime of battle.
Well, that's one little chore taken care of. Great fight, kid. Come on, champ. The drinks are on me. Thanks, partners. But I guess I'll head the grab first. That little scrap put an edge on my appetite.
The kid begins his dinner in the hotel dining room when...
I've been looking for you, mister. I'm not hard to find, Bancroft. Congratulations, son. I didn't know you two had met before today till I saw the announcement in the paper. Why didn't you tell me? Well, I didn't. That is, let me see that paper. My ward has certainly picked the real man this time. Listen, we'll have a little engagement party tonight. Just the family, you know, in Molly's rooms. Thanks, Bancroft. I'll be there. Right now, I think I'll mosey upstairs and see my, fiancée. Something smells awful bad about this whole setup. And as long as I've been dealt in, I aim to find out what this is all about. Molly, you shouldn't have kept our engagement from me. Why, I haven't even bought the ring yet.
Please come in and let me explain.
You know, I think this engagement might be a good idea.
I did that because I think you're the only man that can keep me alive until my 21st birthday when I inherit the mine. You will marry me, won't you?
Why, Molly, this is so sudden. Tell me who gets the inheritance if you die or don't marry before your birthday.
Brad Bancroft will. He grubstaked father, and Dad provided for just such a contingency as my death in his will.
The kid whirls, his hands stabbing toward his holstered guns, as his acute senses warn him of the approach of someone from an inner room.
Who's that?
Don't shoot. It's my stepbrother, Stephen.
So you're my intended brother-in-law. I must say you're a brave man.
Stephen works for Brad Bancroft.
Speaking of Bancroft, I think I'll pay him a visit. As your intended husband, I'd like to see the books and records of your inheritance. I'll go with you. I have some work to do at the office. See you later, Molly. Be careful. What was in back of that brave remark you made at the hotel? You're the third man in a year that Molly has been engaged to. The others were murdered. She seems to be attracted to Dan Matthews, but it doesn't seem healthy to be engaged to my dear sister.
Inside Bancroft's office, the two-gun kid makes his demand.
I'd like to see the Prentice account books, Bancroft, just to see how you've invested my future wife's money. Are you accusing me of stealing? Why, you... No one orders me around. I'll show you. You...
With the speed of a striking cougar, the kid draws and shoots.
All right, you hold the aces. Stephen, bring in the Prentice account books. Well, Bancroft, now you're being sensible.
When the books are brought in, the two-gun kid begins a thorough examination of their contents.
Well, Bancroft, this is all looks okay. Reckon maybe I owe you an apology. No, I owe you an apology for flying off the handle. But you must admit, those were rough words, partner. Well, we'll let bygones be bygones. See ya at the party later. Yeah, Bancroft. See you later.
Back to the hotel, back to Molly Prentice goes the kid, more puzzled now than ever.
Why did you want to see Brad in such a hurry, two-gun?
I thought maybe I could find some answers to some questions.
Did you?
Well, Look out, Molly! Someone's pushing in that door!
A second before the black blast of gunfire rips out, the kid reacts to the menace with lightning speed.
Oh. It just missed me.
If I can just line a sight on that dirty coyote... Oof! What's happened? Maybe I should ask you that, Matthews. How do you know anything happened? Why, I was passing, heard the shot and thought it came from up here. Nothing happened, Matthews, and you can go back to your paper now. Reckon I'd like another look at Bancroft's office. It's just possible that the Jasper has 2 sets of books covering the Prentice estate.
Well hidden, the kid watches Bancroft's office as the purple shadows gather and darkness descends on Thunder Pass.
He's leaving now. Exit Bancroft. Enter the two-gun kid.
Quietly, the kid enters through a side window.
I'll have to give this place a fast going over.
20 minutes later, Two-Gun finds what he's been searching for.
This is it. Another set of Prentice account books. These books show that Bancroft has been bleeding the estate for years. Thousands of dollars gone.
Intent upon his discovery, the kid's wolf-like senses fail to arouse him in time to avoid.
Oh!
Slowly the painful, throbbing, starshot whirlpool retreats and the kid comes back to the present.
Come on, kid. Snap out of it. I'm all right now, Matthews. What are you doing here? I just happened to be passing and stopped to see if Bancroft was still here, and I found you lying on the floor. You just happened to be passing when an awful lot of things happen, Matthews. The books, they're gone. Matthews, did you see some account books lying on the floor? Why, no, I didn't. I'm going back to my room and take a rest. Bancroft is giving Molly and me an engagement party tonight, Matthews. I'd like for you to be there. Thanks, I'd be delighted.
In his room, the kid tries to rest. But inside his aching head, thoughts keep whirling around like steers in a cattle pen.
Bancroft looks like the logical suspect. The whole setup, those account books and all, seems to point that way. But where does Matthews fit in? Then there's Molly and Stephen.
Slowly, the pieces of the puzzle begin to fit until the kid has a finished picture. The picture of a black-hearted killer.
That's it. Reckon it's time to sashay over my engagement party. It's sure gonna turn out to be a surprise party for a certain bushwhack coyote.
The kid enters Molly's room and faces the occupants Molly, Stephen, Bancroft, and Matthews.
Well, folks, seeing as he has set me up as a clay pigeon, I did some investigating and rounded up some answers. I think I know who's been doing the murdering and attempted murdering. You, Bancroft, I broke into your office tonight and found another set of books that showed that you've been embezzling money from the Prentice account. False books? So that's the answer. Now I know. You dog, Bancroft. It was you all the time. Take what's coming to you.
Before Stephen can pump another leaden slug into Bancroft's body, the two-gun kid strikes. His life ebbing away, Stephen speaks.
You were too smart for me, kid. I faked the crooked books. If I could keep Molly from marrying, kill her before she came of age and fix the blame on Bancroft, he'd be hanged and I'd be next to inherit. He's finished. Now I see where Matthews fits.
Dan and I love each other, but I was afraid to have it known after what had happened. I'm sorry, kid. Really.
He got me in the shoulder.
The silver moon peers down from the Texan night sky, silhouetting the great black stallion and his jaunty rider as they leave Thunder Pass behind.
Always a bridegroom, never a bride. That's me, Cyclone. Well, reckon you and me make a good enough bridal and saddle team.